Okay, so once again, welcome everybody and good evening. Hope you are doing well. So yesterday we discussed about the topic of SLA, OLA, retroactive start, pause, business elapsed time, actual elapsed time, breeze time, and all the things we discuss. Now I want to take you on some different topic. Let's take example. I asked Arus, you need to create 5 users in my PDI. Atul, I will do. Give me the name details. I will do. Okay. 5 name he can do it. Okay. Good. Tomorrow I again ask Arus. Arus, today you have to be create 10 records, more records you have to be create. Atul, no problem. Give me details. I will do it. ठीक है भाई. He is happy. I'm happy. Chalo, let's see. Again, after a week, I says, Arus, you have to be create 50 users account in my instance. Plus 30 groups, plus 20 locations, plus 40 configuration items. He says, Atul, come on. I'm here for a smart work. Okay. One of my manager in Accenture, he always said this thing to us because I was a part of the release team where we do all these this automatic release, automation, all the things. So he always said me, Atul, we are not here for the donkey work. We are here for the smart work. Now the same question come from Arus. Atul, come on. Every day you are giving me 5, 10 is fine. 50 users, 30 groups. Come on, it's not a feasible case, and I'm not learning anything here. And chances for error is also increasing because monotonous job, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. Then Arus says, you are a service expert. Tell me something. How or what or by which way we can bring the data in service now. This is what the topic we're going to be discussed today. So when we started this training, 4 people are there. I ask everybody, guys, please go and create everybody's user. But now say, if I say, guys, you have to be create 100 users. Then you will say, well, come on, it's not a practical case. Be practical. I am running a company, Arus running a company where in a single day, 200 employees join across the cities, across the locations. Do you think that HR will create 200 user account manually in the system? No, never. Practically what they do? They create the data in the Excel sheet. And what we called, I'm putting the brackets, Atul kuch automation they run and it's done. Exactly the same thing we have to be, or we are going to be do today. What this topic called is import data via transform map. But it is a systematic way to do. ऐसा नहीं है कि you pick up any point and you start it. No, it is a systematic way. And second point, business is not bothered about this, that you are doing manual work or the automation. They need that their data should be there. In simple words, if I put example, Arus need to be transfer songs from his mobile phone to the laptop. What are the steps required? Number 1, the songs must exist in a phone. Number 2, I have to build a bridge. I have to build a path, phone and mobile phone. It can be via Bluetooth, it can be via USB, that's fine. And then I have to map that from which folder I should copy to which folder it should get copied in the laptop. Work done. Simple. So this part we are going to be doing in the service now. So when I talk about this data, I am mainly talking about the foundation data. We never ever bring the transactional data via transfer map. Now, you guys are so curious, Atul, because you are just entering in this industry now. Maybe I can say entering in this service now world. So we will discuss this topic separately some other day. Okay, with some example. Now let's say I have to create users in my service now. Now, if I say, guys, do one thing, you have to be you have to be enter this users in service now. What you will do? Khalida will open her Excel sheet, Arus open her Excel sheet, Hima open her Excel sheet, and what they do, what you guys do, you will say name, first name. Let's say maybe Arus like name and Arus like last name. Maybe Khalida write E_email or E-email. It means everybody who is creating the Excel sheet are putting their own way of attributes, own way of columns name. Now service now say, boss, I agree that you are not here for the donkey work, but be smart and use a smartness here. So now what we are going to be do, I'm going to be create users in service now. Go to the user table. Arus is still thinking, Atul, come on, you are saying it's automation, still you're going to the user table. That's fine, no problem. That's fine. Right click and click on the import. Atul, import क्यों कर रहे हो? Export करना है. Click on the import and click on insert and create Excel template. Okay. Why this template? Because it will give you the standard fields name which ServiceNow is using. I'll show the benefit after this. ठीक है जी. So this Excel sheet has been created now. Means template has been created. Enable editing. If you want, you can remove the first this thing. Delete. Come to this part. Now the user table contain total 46 field. So you have every field here. Number 1 point. Okay. There's no chances of spelling mistake. There's no chances of understanding. So like email and e-mail, these two are the two different concepts. Two different label in if I say practically. So there's no disparity. Everything has been same. And then I will tell you that what is the benefit of downloading this. Now let's start our work. Let's start populating our data. Okay. I'll say a.b@lng.com. This is the email ID. 234. Okay, if you want, you can fill these details. I have no objection here. And I'll tell you one more thing. The benefit of this downloading this, you can see these values are auto populating. Building नहीं आएगा, current integration, outlook, city नहीं आएगा, company नहीं आएगा, coalition ऐसा कुछ नहीं आएगा. But we'll go proceed now. First name, a gender, male, female. Okay. Prefix, doctor. Last login not required. Last login time not required. Last name B. Logged out not required. Manager not required. Middle name C. Notification I can say yes or no. Enable yes. Enable I can do. Password reset not required. Language English. If you want, you can put it. That's fine. I'm just waiting for the user ID. Title, may required user ID, ABC. Password, if you want, you can put VIP. True and false, you want to put, you can put. But देखो, this is the manual work, and this is a one-time activity. Because at least one place you have to do the manual work to begin the automation. Okay. Now one user has been created. Now what we'll do? We'll create another account user as well. Let's say B, and I'll give you the example of 2 only. Then we'll proceed further. Mr. Middle name नहीं है इसका. Leave it this part as well. User ID. Let's come to the user ID. ABCD. ठीक है. Nothing is there, and let's save this. Now let's say example, you are a HR of a company. You have 10 employees joining your company today. So you create the record in the Excel. But Atul, you are talking about automation. Where is that automation? Now let's come here and search for the load data. Load data under the application called import set. Load data. This is a step-by-step execution. If you missed out the step, you will not be able to do this activity completely. It says, see what I'm saying? Whenever you bring or whenever you want to work in service now, it's on the table format. Abhi data kahan hai? Excel sheet mein hai. I need to bring this data in service now. But what I'm getting here, I'm getting the option to create the import set table. तो अब ये क्या है? Import set table is basically a bridge. देखो वो होता है ना कि let's say it's too hot outside and you came from hotness or very hot outside, you came to home and you go to the kitchen and open the fridge and try to get the cold water. Your mom says, hey, hold it for some time. Why? Because if you take that water immediately, it can impact your health. Same thing ServiceNow say here. If you bring the data directly in the actual table, you may lose or it may cause some issue to your system. So better create an import set table, and it is a one-time activity for one type of table. If you're creating a user, then once. If you're creating a group, then once. But yes, it is a one-time. So I create table. I'll put the name LNG underscore U underscore user. Okay. Name will come automatically. Now I click on the file from where you want to bring the data. Choose file. I go to the downloads here and click my file here. Okay. It's saying from where I need to start reading. I said take the sheet number 1. This is a sheet number 1 and remove the row number 1. It is not the column. It is the column. These are the data. OK. Click on the submit. What I am doing here now. What happened? OK. What I'm doing now, I am bringing the data from Excel sheet to the ServiceNow, but not in the actual table. So import set table is a temporary tables which hold the data. And now you can see it says 2 records. Yes. 2 inserts. Yes. 0 update, 0 error and all the things. We will discuss this. What is the purpose of these things? Okay. Now this thing has been done. मतलब कि मेरा डेटा ServiceNow में आ गया. You want to see? I can show you. And see. Open this import set table, import set. And you can see here. यही तो डेटा था ना हमारे. इसको ओपन करोगे, you'll find it records. See. ये डेटा था. This. मतलब डेटा ServiceNow में तो आ गया. That is fine. Now I need to move this data into the actual table. Actual table कौन सी है? User table. sys underscore user table. To do that part, I need to create a transform map. But again, it is a one-time activity unless you're not changing or you're not adding a new field in the Excel sheet. I click on the create transform map. Transform map क्या है? It will read the import set table and bring or map it to the actual table. यहाँ पर खेल है थोड़ा सा it's basically magic. And after a long time, I'm telling you, after a long time, I'm taking the batch in Hindi as well. I'm feeling a little good. Thoda Hindi, thoda English is fine for me now. Okay, so I'll put the transform name. LNG user, you can put any name. It says from which table I should pick up the data. I said, this is my import set table, right? यहाँ से लो, and where to be at? It is your mobile and it is your laptop. I said target table should be sys underscore user. This is my target table. Now simple think from the perspective, you will not put the user data in the group table. It means I have to know that which table I should pick up. So I'll put sys underscore user. Forget everything as of now. Let's go with a simple manner and click on the save. This is what happened. Mobile and laptop connection has been built up. Now I have to build up the folder to folder mapping. Here again, ServiceNow is smart. You have three ways to do the field to field mapping. Number one, a manual. Click on the new. And it says in the source table which field. I said in the source table there is a field called the user ID. Okay. Map to the target table which field. Definitely user ID will go in the user ID. User ID. This is the benefit if you take the Excel sheet from ServiceNow table itself. Now Arus is getting angry. Atul, come on. One side you are saying automation and now you are saying it's a manual part. Do you think I have to do this 46 fields mapping one by one? Come on. Okay, let's do this part first. Okay, agree with Arus that yes, it's not a feasible thing. Click submit. Then what is the second option? Second option, come on this part, mapping assist. Click on this. Pick up the field from here. Active should map to active. But आपको करना one by one करेगा. Comment map to. Comment नहीं है इसमें. Okay, नहीं होगा शायद. ठीक है, let's remove it. Cost center map to cost center. Now again he is not happy. अब तो ये तो कोई बात नहीं बनी. It's not a good. Still manual part. Because we are human being, we always need some quick automation, quick work. Then go to the last option. Auto map matching field. Click on this and see the magic. यहाँ पे भी 3 है. And now you will see it is a 45. This what it did. The work which you're doing manually mapping, it done automation. And how it's be able to understand? Because we're using the ServiceNow table data column itself. ये यहाँ से लेने का benefit हुआ है. जो हमने table that we have downloaded the template. ठीक है? Done everything. Just forget rest everything. Done. Okay. Update. Chala. My update set is ready. Now let me come on the load data or import set. Okay. Or sorry, not import set. Let's go to the transform map. Okay. Run transform map. This is my table, import set table. This is my actual table. Click on the transform. Transformation complete. But how? Means, is it fine, not fine, showing success? Atul, I want to verify. Maybe you're speaking, you'll be lying here. Def sys underscore user list underscore do. Let me get the email IDs for you. अरे सेकंड वाले का तुमने ईमेल आईडी दिया नहीं था. No problem. We will find out something. Okay. And let's find out that is that user get credited or not. But he might not agree. Atul, come on. Do you think that I have to be go and search 400, 500 records one by one? ठीक है. I'll show you something. Wait for a minute. So user ID has been get created. You want to search for the A, B, C, D and remove this and enter now. So my second record also get created. हाँ अतुल, but ठीक है. I cannot go and verify here. So come here, open the transform history, open the import log. Go to the transform history, open this log, and you can see here. Total 2 records came. Both have a insert value. 0 update, 0 ignore, 0 skip, 0 error. If you want to go import log and you can see here. I guess it's some cleanup job is there. So it's not required for us as of now. But we can verify our data in this way. What do you say, guys? Any doubt? Any question?
Atul, can you tell the steps, points in sequential order, or maybe I will say, just correct if it is a mistake. Like, okay, first you need to go to load data, right?
No, first you have to get the template, Excel template.
Okay, yeah. First once we have the file in service now, we go to load data, right?
Yes, load data, then create transform map. It's a one-time activity, and third, run the transform map. Okay, if it's okay, load the data, number 1, then create transform map, number 2, do the table to table and field to field mapping, number 3, number 4, run the transform map, number 5, check the transform history.
Okay.
So that all records get done. Now with the same data, let's do a test now. You know that basic concept of this topic is completed. इतना ही है बताने के लिए. Now I'll show you the way of errors. Now let's go here. Load data. Now we have already table, right? We will not create the new table, and because we are not bringing the any other table data. What was my table name? It was u underscore. It is gone. This one, LNG, u underscore LNG. This one. Data from the same file. I'm not changing anything because I want to show you some errors now. Submit. Import set created. Proceed process to insert to 0 because it is not bother. Import set is not bother that the data is already exists or not. Now I'm not going to create the transform map because it is already there. Run the transform map. चलो ठीक है, 2 है, ये है ट्रांसफॉर्म. सक्सेस. अरे तो फिर सक्सेस हो गया, कोई बात नहीं. लेट्स क्लोज दिस एंड ओपन द हिस्ट्री. कम हियर. And now did you notice it is with error and 0 insert, 0 update, 0 ignore, 0 skip, but 2 error. Open this and see the error. It's a error during insert of sys user AB, error during insert of sys user BDD. Why? Why it give error? Why it should not skip it? ठीक है ना, उसको अपडेट नहीं मिला, then you should skip. Why it give error to me? क्या कहते हो?
Because it's a duplicate, right?
Duplicate of what?
Of the values.
Which value?
The field which has a value, like for example, the name, that ABCD.
हाँ तो क्या हो गया?
There should be a. It should be a duplicate, right? It's checking the value, right?
Which value? I'm talking about the value. See, this is very practical part. I'm not blaming you. I'm telling you the truth. When we discuss with the customer or when we discuss in some interview that I can do this thing by that value, my question is what is the meaning of that value? You're on the right track. I'm not discouraging. You're on the right track. But I want that you should able to tell me the exact term which you are be referring here. That value is not anything here. I have 100 of values here. Tell me which value you're saying.
Below you can see the error message and those two values, right? Sys user.
Sys user, but what is me referring? What is this referring?
The first field, I forgot the field name.
ये लो first field पे चलते हैं आपको बताइए. First field तो ये हमारा. Tell me.
ABC. The name, the ABC came, right?
Okay. Are you sure ABC is a name?
I forgot that field name. So user ID. Yeah.
User ID. It is the ServiceNow functionality. Try one thing. You already have your user ID, right? Everybody in my PDI, right?
Yeah.
Now create the same user ID again in the user table. You will get an error. Okay. You will get an error. But now I have a question, Arus. Let's say you're working in a company, okay, for 2 years now. It means you already have your records, your name, date of birth, PAN card, salary, promotion, designation, everything has been set up. Okay, and you got promoted. Now you get promoted and in the company, 1,000 people get promoted. Now HR need to be update your designation from senior to director level. Do you think they will create a new user ID?
Nope.
मतलब practical बात करते हैं, right? Yeah. Then that is my question. Why is ServiceNow give me error? Why should not skip it? What do you think, Khalida? Now I'm telling you very practically. Days are gone that you think that okay, ServiceNow is very small. It's not that much small. These are the basic things. And being a functional consultant, being a business analyst, you should be aware of these things. Tell me why it's skip. Sorry, why it's give error, not a skip. In my company, 1,000 people are there. 10,000 are get promoted. I'm sure HR will not create a new user account for us. But they will do.
Maybe like Adil, for this particular user ID, ServiceNow assigns a unique sys ID kind of thing and the map it.
तो क्या हो गया?
So if it comes again, it will be a duplicate, right?
In your company, your employee ID is the unique one, right? Then definitely after a year you get promoted, you get salary hike, the same account you're accessing, right? Or your account has been changed?
No, same account. That's what I'm saying. So you're importing the same file again, right? So when this ABC is actually having a maybe a sys ID and that is actually mapped inside.
That is my question. Why it give error? Why should not skip it?
Okay.
That is my problem statement. What do you think, Khalida? People say that business analyst domain or the functional consulting domain is look easy. You have to be speak only. But the thing is that when we speak, we have to be very clear on the roots part. Now I'll show you a magic here. Let's come back. Okay. And this is the another important point in this topic. And from the interview perspective and from the CSA perspective examination, it is good point. There's a term called the callsec. Someone say collex, someone say callsec. I called it as a callsec. Maybe my pronunciation is wrong. COALSCC, callsec. Okay. I'm sure when you study in your college time, and specifically the database, there's a term called the primary key. And there's a term called the foreign key. primary key and the foreign key. Your roll number is a primary key. Like maybe Arus is staying in Maharashtra, and he done his graduation and the post graduation in some of the colleges of Maharashtra only. But he is affiliated with the same university for a complete course. It means his registration ID for that university is valid in any of the course he is taking from that particular affiliated colleges. Same concept come here. ServiceNow say, boss, you're bringing the data and definitely you're updating the data as well. Then how I will identify that you are updating it or you're skipping it? Then what I have to be do? I have to be come here, open my transform map. Oh, sorry, it's not this one. Wait. This one. Open, come here, run transform map. Oh, not create. Let me check. Input set transform maps here, right? And search for my transform map. LNG. Okay. Come here. There is a field. If you see here, there is a field called the collects. This one I'm talking. As of now, this is a false. What this mean? Whenever you are running the data, same file again and again, it says, boss, it is already exist. And I have no mechanism to check that you are sending some updated information or you are sending some same information. So what we will do now, we will go and we will make the user ID as a callsec true. It means whenever I updated my data in the Excel sheet, this particular field check, oh, ABC is coming. It will read the complete data of ABC and find there is a one change, it will update. If it did not find the user ID already existing in my system, it will create the new account. So collects is basically a kind of a primary key or the not primary key, unique key in the transform map, which check if callsec is match, then update. If collects did not match, create the new account. Let's see this thing. Come here. Now let's say I'm not changing anything in this particular first part. In the second, I'm adding the bdd.bdd@lng.com. Okay, and let's create one ggff. Okay, gg. Just to show you now you'll find another kind of errors. And the user ID is HHUU. Okay, let's save this. Come here, load the data. Existing file, same table, choose file. Come here, open, submit. So
can this be is always like this, like the file is in the same location, everything is in the same thing. Can we just import it, or is we have to follow these, like choose the file, all these things?
Very good point. After this exercise, I will tell you. Okay, I'll tell you this part. There's a concept you see called the data source as well, right? In the previous screen, I'll show you. Okay, now data has been loaded, 3 records, run the transform. You will be surprised when I give you the same demo tomorrow and you will come and kick me. Atul, come on. Everything is automated. Why you ask us to do this exercise? So now I click on the transform. Transform completed. Let's open the history. And now if you open and see the things, one insert, one update, and 1 ignored. You want to see, because there's nothing error, so no error log is there. But 1 inserted, 1 update, and 1 ignored. Now come here and see ABCD is there. Refresh, email ID has been added. There's a no change has been done in this particular field, the first one. So nothing has been done. Just check this thing. And remove this. See, record get inserted, but the error get changed this time. The error gets changed. 1 insert, 1 update, 1 ignore. Why this happen? Because we have changed the functionality now. We tweak the functionality. We make one field as a, what I can say, as a unique key. Now the question comes, can we have more than one call seg? Yes, we can have more than one call seg, but it depends from business, sorry, use case to use case. More call seg also create a problem. There is a concept in what I can say, database, that's called the normalization. That normal your data to avoid the duplicacy or the redundancy. But sometimes more normalization increase the duplicacy or the redundancy as well. This is what the same concept here. Taking life insurance doesn't mean that you will never die. Taking life insurance only mean that at the time of the death, the risk will be minimized, never to zero. It's always minimized. Zero कभी नहीं होगा वो risk, minimize हो जाएगा. ठीक है? So now, if you want, you can create 2, you can create 3, you can create 4, any number of call seg. That is the one thing. Second thing, for the exercise, create minimum 2 or 3 or 4 import transfer map. Maybe on the user table, on the group table, on the location table, any rubbish data I want to upload it. I have no concerns there. If you want to do, you can do the on the incident as well. Put some incident data in Excel sheet and you can bring it on the incident table as well. But that is not recommended. Now, second part. Atul, again, this is a manual part. अब रात को in the midnight, I have to run a job. I have to upload the data. I have to be log in the system, get the Excel file and load the data. No. So what we do basically, and mainly, and it's a practical part, in the industry, a lot of automation work has been done via scheduled jobs and that run in the midnights and depend on the customer time zone. EST, BST, CST, GMT, CET, that's depend on the customer time zone. Now, how to do this part? When you come here for the load data, click on the data source. And here we have to define the data source. Because I don't have any shared drive, I don't have any SharePoint as of now. Otherwise, you can define that part. You can write a script or you can define your own data source that go to this particular location and pick up that file and run that file. This is what this thing will do. So like few service now give example of FTP, tab, test like this they have given. Because we don't have anything enabled at our side, so nothing is there. Google example 82, not sure what it will do. Maybe they already have some data sources. I show you here. Data source. See, here we have a data sources. See, it is giving error. Something goes wrong. If you want to create your own data source, you can create it. I have still another question pending. Atul, data to dev instance में आ गया. I need to move this data into the production, into the beta, into the UAT. How it will do? Do we need to create the import set in the upper instances? Never. I'll tell you this part tomorrow. Anybody has the service now instance? It's on per PDI. Maybe ROC or Jyoti, Hima, anybody has on PDI?
Yeah, I have, but not. Are you saying like, is it open now?
No, I need it for tomorrow class.
Yeah, I have.
Okay, and create account for me with the admin access.
Yeah, sure.
I'll show you a different magic tomorrow. So now you can see here, if you want, you can create your own data source as well. Data sources means that from where I should pick up the data. Let's say if I show you example like a Google example. Oh my God, it's stuck. So like this. So you can create your own data source. You can mention the import set table and what type you want. File, JDBC, ODBC, REST, and all things you can mention. This is basically not done by the functional consultant. This is taken care by the operations team or the release team or the platform maintenance team or the platform support team. Now I'll come back here and let's say I create the transform map. Come here for the transform maps again. Now I'm giving you exercise. Open this thing. LNG user, it's my transform map. Now what you have to do? Maybe let's say open this user ID. So maybe you create one transform map, but add the data in the shifts in the chunks. So like you can see, you can write the script as well if you want to write. Generally, sometime we need to do some data conditions and other things. If you want, you can write. As of now, this is not part for this class. OK, now try these options. Callsec empty fields. If user ID is blank, then what to do? Are you OK to accept the data? Number one. Or callsec case sensitive. If I say this thing, what is our callsec? This is the field, right? So if I say HHUU, these two are too different. If you take this box, try the data. Try with this. What happened if callsec is empty? Then try with this. If callsec is case sensitive, same record, only just change the upper and lower case. One exercise you have to be do. Second, let me go back here. Because don't think that I'm bypassing it. No, I am opening the door for you to think more on that area now. Now come on this part. It says active run business rule means there's a concept or there's a business rule has been written in the background which upload the data and refresh the data. Something is there. By default, it's true, so we make it as a true. If you want to put any script, you can put. Generally, I'm not a scripter guy, coder, so I will not prefer this thing. Now this thing, enforce mandatory fields, yes or no. Let's say to create a user record in a user table, user ID is mandatory. But in my Excel sheet, I'm not sending the user ID. Do you want to force it mandatory? That was you have to be check, otherwise I will not create. As of now, I'm saying no. You can say only the map field or all the fields. Means in these fields, which field are mandatory on the form level. If that is not the part of my Excel sheet, or that value, that field don't contain any value in the Excel sheet, it will not work. Number one part, try this thing first, no, and then all. Copy empty fields. Now, if you notice, these many fields are going empty. Let's say first round, I have the value A. In the second round, I remove it. Do you want to copy it? Try this thing. Like in the SLA, configuration is not important. Testing is important. Same concepts goes here. Configuration is a one time, but doing the testing with the separate formats is important to understand. Then create a new record on the empty callsec. Do you want this part? If my callsec is empty, do you want to create a new record? If you say yes, it will create. Otherwise, it will not create. So understand this term. Go and add one more line to see is it working or not. And also one thing, don't do the practice on a one table. Maybe Arus, you can take group table, or what I can say, Khalda, you can take location table, someone can take a user table, and someone can take department table. So that if you run in the different tables, now you are able to identify the results as well. Okay, this is what this concept says. Import via transform map. From the interview perspective, it is very good topic. From the functional perspective, because see, as a functional consultant, I never do this thing. Very bluntly, I'm saying, but I should know so that I can respond back to my customer. Hey, how you upload the data? Yeah, we have a transform maps. We can get the batch. We can get the data source. We can do. This is what we can do. And don't use auto map immediately. At least do 2 or 3 fields via this way, then go with the mapping assist, and then go for this thing. Clear, everybody? Any doubt?
No.
Okay. Now I'll show you another magic, because we don't have another instance now, so I'll show you that part tomorrow. Let's say I'm coming here and I'm changing the user ID only. Okay, to save the time. Why this, and let's say Hema is working in a company and she's the night shift. Customer says, Hema, I need to upload some data. How much data? It's 100 records. Hema know that it is not feasible by manual work. Okay, ठीक है boss, अब तुम बोलो तो हम करना पड़ेगा. But Hema don't know about the transform map as well. That how to create, how to load the data. Okay. Then what will Hema will do? Number one, I'm telling you, never ever create the transform map in the upper instances. Transform map only created once, that is in the dev instance. The question is still pending. Atul, how the data movement done? We will discuss in tomorrow's discussion. So now what Hema will do? She will go here in the user table. Okay. And she will right click on any other field and click on the import. She want to insert the data? Yes. She want to upload the data? Yes. See, now I'm 100%. I am 100% sure. Once you guys see the solution, Atul, हम practice नहीं करने वाले, काम हो गया हमारा. And now click on the upload here and see what is doing. It is creating a import set for you. See, it is creating an import set for you. This. See, जो काम, the work which we have done with the load data, this has been done now. It means if I click on the preview imported data, my data is already there. 4 records, yes. ठीक है, ठीक है. मतलब कि data load work has been done. Now what is pending? Transform map. But Hema don't know. She's new joiner in the company. She don't know how to do this part. But she know this process. Now she'll scroll down and click on the complete import. Now what this is doing? This is getting your transform map, and you can see here my data has been added. It's giving error for this because this is a duplicate one. HHU is a duplicate one, and my 4 records has been added in the user table. Arup says, Atul, come on. I'm not believing you. Show me the evidences. Come here. Let's come here and click on the transform map. Open the transform map. Let me show you the latest one. See, this transform map run now. Everything has been done. There's a no, see, it has a no true here. Why? Because it has done automatic. So everything which we done in the last 40 minutes can be done in a 2 minutes as well. But that is just a workaround in the emergency. Prefer to follow the complete step like this. Load data, mapping, put the call sec, and then upload the data in the system. This is my import set table. You want to see? Let me show you. Kangya import set. Import set Kangya, Rembrogos import set, transform map, this one import set. Okay. This is my 4th, and this is, you can see, is the import set created by system, not by me. Open this and you will find that 4 records. See, insert, 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 error. Why error? Because it does not contain any callsec value. So it failed. It give me error. So the work which we learned, which we saw in the last 40 minutes can be done in a 5 minutes as well, without creating any kind of a load data, any kind of import set, any kind of a transform map. It can be done by system automatically, but not 100% preferable approach always. You can do if you want, you can do, but there are cons as well here. No call sec, so maybe it can override some data, it can remove some data, it will not upload the data as well. Complete data will upload it due to this call sec is missing. So now you have to do the practice. At least from tomorrow class, before tomorrow class, one import set everybody should create. Import set and transform. Chahe basic data se karo, but you have to do this, otherwise you'll forget. And from the interview perspective, learn what is call sec, what is transform map, and what is import set. Doubt, question, clarification here, guys.
You imported an Excel, right? So what other file types can be imported?
CSV, Excel are the main, and it can be done via JSON as well. But JSON did not work here. Mainly CSV and Excel work here.
JSON, is it a Java extension?
Yes. So if you see, I'll show you one thing. Let me come here on the user table. If you right click on export, you can download in Excel, CSV, XML, JSON as well. Even though you can upload in the 4 formats as well. But if you go with the import option, only Excel is the option. No other option as of now on this. Okay. XML, JSON also work. I guess it is work mainly in that this time. But XML work when we need to move the data from one place to other place, which I show you tomorrow.
Okay, there is no web import in this, right?
Web import kind of things?
Web import, getting from internet.
No, directly nahi hai.
Okay.
Not directly. You have to be put in the Excel or CSV only. Okay. Good then. I guess it's good for today. Go Jyoti, any question?
PDF is there, no?
Sorry?
While right click import PDF Excel.csv.
That is for export, not for the import. Import can be work only Excel. If you want to export something, then PDF can work. You can download export. See. Excel. Export can be done, not import. Okay, tomorrow I will show that how XML import will work. For that purpose, I need this another instance. Okay.
Yep.
Surely. Let me stop the recording and take a quick attendance now.